All right, I call to order this regularly scheduled meeting of the 35th City Council for January 13, 2026 at 7 p.m. It's a kind reminder, everybody in the audience, to please silence your cell phones or communication devices as to not disturb the meeting. Mr. Clerk, can we have a roll call?
Councilmember O'Reilly. Here. Councilmember Enos.
Here.
Councilmember Paris.
Here.
Councilmember Abraham.
Here.
Councilmember Hammoud.
Here.
Councilmember El Sawafi.
Here.
Council President Sereni.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. It's my honor tonight to introduce Reverend Rachel Kane from Good Shepherd United Methodist Church, who will deliver tonight's invocation. I invite everyone who's able to please stand for the invocation and then remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Let us pray. Gracious God, we thank you for the opportunity to gather here to do the business of the city of Dearborn. We ask your blessing upon this meeting and upon this new term of the city council and of the mayor. I ask your blessings upon all of those gathered here. I ask your blessings upon all people in this city, in this state, in this country, and in our world. We pray today that wise decisions are made, decisions guided in a manner of love, the love that you call all of us to. Let us be loving, kind, inclusive, wise, and generous in heart and spirit. Please guide these leaders as they go through this meeting and through this next year. We pray all of this in your name, O holy God. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Jackie? Yeah, we're going to Yeah, but after that.
Punch the flag out a little bit.
No, just give us 1 second. We got it. Ready? Okay. All right. Thank you, Reverend. Appreciate that. Okay. At this time, I'm asking my colleagues if we could suspend the rules. We have a special tribute that the mayor would like to present. Does anyone have offered to suspend the rules?
Support.
Offered by Councilman El Sawabi, supported by Councilman Hammoudi. Any objection to unanimous roll? Unanimous roll shall be attached. We will suspend the rules. Mayor?
Can you give me the on?
Good? Yes, sir. No. Oh, hang on.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
We have a special tribute in recognition of a former employee and resident who has passed away. And I know the family's all up front, and I can't thank you enough for reaching out to ensure that we get this right. And so I'll read the tribute to the family of Caroline Geis. Caroline leaves behind a loving family, friends, loved ones, and colleagues at the city of Dearborn, to whom we extend our heartfelt condolences. She's remembered fondly by all who had the pleasure of knowing her. Caroline gave some 20 years of dedicated and excellent service as a driver for the transportation program of Dearborn Senior Services Department, a program that many seniors rely on for enriching activities. Even in her golden years, she found joy and fulfillment in serving the Dearborn senior community. She and her family's roots lay deep in Dearborn. She comes from a lineage of service to others, her father being a Dearborn firefighter, with an upbringing in the South End and education at the greatest high school in all the country, Fortson High School. And she remained in the city she loved until her passing. In the spirit of this tribute, we declare that she represents the very best of this community, and we are forever grateful for her kindness, generosity to others, her service to her community, and for being a neighbor for all these years. So on behalf of the city of Dearborn and myself, we'd like to extend our condolences and thank you for sharing with us for so long. And I can only hope that so many residents take after her and grow into service and public service, who often do the work without any plan to being recognized for it. And so on behalf of myself and my family, I hope that God grants you patience in these tough days ahead, but know that you have a whole community right here that you can lean on.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
So, Jackie, if you like, Mayor, would you like the family to step forward? Okay. Mayor. Do you want to take a picture? Okay, thank you, Mayor. And again, the condolences to the family. I unfortunately did have a lot of experience with the senior aspect and the senior services that we have here in the city of Dearborn, which is cherished and a great tradition. All I can say, unfortunately, I did not have the privilege of knowing her, but I can tell you that those rides are extremely valuable to the residents that they serve. So I'm sure she touched and reached many, many lives. So we do appreciate it, and God rest her soul.
If I can just say, this is her husband, Jim. And I'm saying this is her husband, Jim, and he was her prom date, and husband of 67 years.
Oh,
And
man.
so,
Thank you, Jim. Did you want to say anything, Jim? You can step forward to the microphone. There are.
As a tribute to the city and what it stood for, I see Councilman Abraham, we grew up with his parents, Shirley and Ron. We stayed in the city because Carolyn loved the city, no matter what. As it changed over the years, and everybody moved on to bigger subdivisions, and she said, no, I want to be here. And it's a tribute to everybody here on the council that I recognize, your grandfather, your father, related to the LeDuc family, if you recall. We were always in the community. And I want to thank the community for everything that you do for the people. Last summer, I have a picture of an 8x10 picture of the mayor and Carolyn and I standing on our front lawn. He come by in the neighborhood. She put that picture in a frame, and it's in she loved that picture of the mayor and her and I in the summertime, sitting on the porch and the mayor walks by. That used to happen a lot, with the Hubbard administration and, with my father-in-law as a Dearborn firefighter, But I appreciate and thank all of you for your tribute and wish you the best of everything. Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. We will return to the regular scheduled meeting. Mr. Clerk, can we have the next item?
The next item is item 4, public comment. We can start around 7:15.
All right, thank you, Mr. Clerk. Council rules are enacted that will allow 30 minutes of public comment prior to our business items to better serve our residents. If anyone would like to address the council, we have comment cards on either side, and you will be addressed in the order they were presented to me. If you do not fill out a card, you could just raise your hand. We'll make sure we get to you. It is limited to 30 minutes, and you have a 3-minute limitation. The clerk will let you know when you have 30 seconds left. Keep in mind, if you are coming to speak regarding a specific item on the agendas are available here, then we ask that you wait until that agenda item is before us so that you can speak on it. So first we have Nick Palachko. Palaccio, got it. Good evening, sir. Just need your name for the record.
Nick Palaccio. I live at 14327 Lithgow. I come up here to complain about the house next door to me at 14335 Lithgow. It's a rental, and the roof is the shingles are rotted, and it sits next to it's west of me, and my driveway is right there. And this is what I'm getting when it high wind from the roof. The city made them repair the garage roof because it had a big hole in it.
Yes.
And I told the inspector, how about the roof on the house? And he told me, he says, oh, we'll get that next time because he spent too much money already, the owner. Okay, I had city building safety come out, and they looked at it. I had somebody from the mayor's office come out, and they looked at it, and nothing's getting done. The steps are out of code because a veteran lived in it, and he couldn't even get up the steps. I had to help him, the top step. He had Parkinson. So,
All right. So thank you for bringing this to our attention. Director Twitty would like to come forward just so we can get it on the record. We're going to have our Economic and Building Department Director, I'll make sure he gets you your contact information, but we're going to put it on the record for Jackie for a referral from the council. So, Mr. Twitty, you have the address, or you want me to you write it down? I've seen you writing down, but you want me to give it to you again?
Yes, sir. Please, I have
The subject address is 14335 Lithgow. That's the one that's the issue.
335.
Yeah, so there's two code issues. One is the steps and number, actually, and the roof is the main thing. The roof is shielding, as he's indicating, the sheeting is coming off and going onto his property.
I see the sample. We'll send somebody out tomorrow. Thank you very much.
And then Mr. Palachko?
Palaccio.
He's going to take your information as well, so he can get back to you, and the council will follow up if there's any concerns. So
Okay, I
we
appreciate it.
apologize for the process, but we have to make sure we get through it, and we'll make sure that it's handled. So we do appreciate you coming forward.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Director Torti. Jackie, so we'll put this on. All right. All right, next we have Tina Sala. Okay. Just your name for the record, yeah.
Yeah, my name is Tina Sala. Can I start?
Yes, go ahead. Just say your name and address if you can.
Oh, can I skip the address? Is it
You
optional?
can. Are you a Dearborn resident?
Yeah.
Okay, so Tina Sala, Dearborn resident.
Okay, I'm here because, first of all, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for letting me talk. Hello, everyone. I'm here to say that I'm here to change the world. But no, I'm not here to say that. I'm just here to say that I'm a human like everyone else. And I live in Dearborn. I grew up in Dearborn. I spent most of the years, my life in Dearborn. But I've been treated like a fraction of a human being, fraction of a woman. And like, for example, one time I was walking, I was minding my own business, and then I was approached by a person in Dearborn. She just looked at me and she thought, I don't know, she started to talk to me in a foreign language, in Arabic, and she said some really bad words to me. She thought I only speak Arabic. She said some really bad words to me. I'm here to say that my first language is not Arabic. I speak Persian, that's my first language. Then I speak Turkish, I speak Japanese, I speak Spanish, and I proudly speak Arabic, and I also speak English. But yet, people are coming up to me and thinking that I don't know anything, and they treat me like I don't know anything. And I also want to talk about what happened in Dearborn last month. It really made me nervous. It just brought a lot of sensitivity to me because I grew up like this my whole life. Okay, so if there is freedom in here, and there is human rights in here, and there is law and order, so why am I being treated like fraction of a human being? I don't live in Afghanistan. I live in Dearborn. And I tell you why I was treated like that. Here, because they don't want me to read this book.
Ma'am, Miss, you're addressing the council. Do not, we don't let any props or anything, so don't, you're addressing the council. It's not a show for you to turn to the
Okay.
to the council, to the chambers, okay?
Okay, well, can I make a point and get out?
No, yeah, absolutely. I just want you to understand that you're not to pander to the crowd. You're here to address the council.
Oh, okay.
and we don't allow any props. So go ahead, complete.
Okay, so I can talk to you, but not to them, right?
That's right.
Okay.
You're here to talk to the council. If you want to talk to them, you can stay outside and wait for them to come out.
Okay, no, I'm just gonna make my point and get out. So they don't want me to read this book? That's their problem. I'm here to explain, so there was a protest in here against Muslims. They said, like, the way I understood it is that they don't want any Muslims here because
You have
they
30
think-
seconds.
Okay, they think, oh my God, I can't say that. They think Muslim parents can raise Muslim kids, but in Islam, you don't have to have Muslim parents. Even if they raise you a certain way, you have the choice to become something else. Even if you grow up, you could change into something else. What makes people Muslim is what's happening around the world. So they go and say, I don't know, these lies all around the world, like lies about this book. And what makes people Muslim is that they want to read this book to get to freedom.
I'm sorry, your time has expired.
All right, thank
But
you.
I didn't make my point.
Ms. Sala, your time has expired, so thank you very much for coming. We appreciate it, okay?
Okay, but I had
Thank
a
you.
lot more to say.
I'm sorry, ma'am. That's the time we have, okay?
Okay, well,
If you want it,
thank
you can also send emails if you want to write an email and send them as well.
Okay,
Okay, thank you.
thank you.
Next, we have Mohammed Hamoud.
Good evening, Mr. Clerk, council members, Mr. Mayor. I am simply here to say congratulations and thank you. I had the privilege of participating in some of your campaign events, and it made me realize, it gave me a true appreciation of the effort that is required. The answering calls and emails from citizens, the door knocking, the missed dinners and birthdays and the countless hours. Most importantly, dealing with the keyboard warriors. Most people don't realize the personal sacrifices that you guys have to deal with. I thankfully got to witness that, so I'm here simply just to say thank you and congratulate. I have no complaint, I have no issues. I am simply here to express my sincere gratitude. Thank you for putting our city first, because I know you guys deal with a lot of issues and a lot of complaints, and you guys don't simply hear thank you enough. So I'm just here to say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Councilman El Swafi?
Yeah, and I just want to also say thank you to Mr. Hamoud for your citizenship and your involvement in our community. And I just want to express my gratitude for all that you do for the city of Dearborn.
Thank you,
Thank
Mr.
you, of course.
Councilman.
All right, thank you. All right, anyone else here to address the city council regarding city business? Mr. Duggan?
Yeah, that's hard to follow. Be positive, be positive. Dennis Duggan, Morley Manor, 21800 Morley Road, apartment 1101. I'm asking an indulgence if I could just kind of repeat what I said the other night, because the women at my building didn't believe that I supported women, so they want to see it on TV, so.
All right, well, go ahead.
Okay. My focus, I learned something the other night, and my comment is that I have like a 10-foot view of an issue that concerns me, and that's that there's no woman sitting at this dais right now. But my focus was so narrow that it wasn't until Chief Zainab Hussein comment at the end of the meeting had me corrected, in the sense that she said, there's lots of women influencing this dais. There's lots of women influencing this world. And I say thank you, Zainab. Thank you a whole lot through the council. And it came from a woman. It came from Zainab. She brought and made this man see something bigger. She may even be the Frances Perkins of Dearborn. Now, if you don't know who Frances Perkins is, you got to look it up. But I would say to the chief of staff position, she may well be the person that reminds me to look at things 1,000 feet up and not just rely on my 10-foot view And I just say, again, with what Mohammed just said there, keep remembering the women, but also make it a broader point. Just remember everybody else and keep it up. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Duggan. All right, anyone else here to address the city council regarding city business? Sir, just step forward and state your name and address for the record.
Daniel Dumeter, Dearborn resident.
I'm sorry?
Daniel Dumeter,
Got you.
Dearborn resident. The reason I'm here today is because it was early last year. I came over an issue that I have with the condition of the road outside my house. It's deteriorating, and usually on any given school day, there's 2,000 school buses driving down the street. They're heavy. Some of them, I believe they're speeding, and when they hit that portion of the road, creates a shock wave that transfers to my house, and it's shaking the house. And the corner of the house towards the intersection is sinking. The floor in my living room is bent. Long story short, I attempted contacting the engineering department Thanksgiving 2024 when I first noticed, because I was wondering what was wrong with my floor. And I couldn't get anywhere with them. I tried to contact the chief engineer. My second visit to the engineering department, the lady at the counter gave me his business card. So I called him about half a dozen times. I left him a couple of messages. He never called me back. So since I couldn't get anywhere with that, I attempted to contact the city council members. Every time I called their offices, the secretary would say, there's nobody here. I asked, where are they? They don't know. They make their own schedule. Then she told me that you guys work part-time, you make your own schedule, and you call residents back at your own convenience. I left a message with her. I gave her my name, number, and the time I can be reached during my 15-minute breaks at work. Nobody ever called me back. Then I decided to come to city council meeting because I couldn't get a hold of anybody. So I addressed the issue here, and at that time you called from somebody from the back of the room. I imagine he was a contractor, or at which time he said that you guys just approved, released the money for the project, or whatever the case may be, and that it would take a little bit of time for that issue to be solved. As we speak right now, that issue has never been solved. School year started again. I took a few days off. I'm sitting in my bed. Here come the school buses. As if that wasn't bad enough, for some reason the city installed a speed bump at the back of my property by the garage. Now the school buses hit the speed bump and the broken road, and my house gets hit from two sides. Since that speed bump was installed, I lost power on the wall between the family room and the dining room.
You have 30 seconds.
5 outlets and the lights in the ceiling. Before the election, I started receiving these flyers in the mail, and on yours, among other things, you say, as a licensed attorney since 2013, I've always stood up for what's right. I would like to know what your definition or interpretation of what do you mean by doing what's right? Because as a city council president that are involved in issuing these contracts, and hopefully you're keeping an eye and make sure that these people that our money are given to do these contracts do the job right
expired.
and follow up on that. Can you tell me what's right?
Yeah, so Daniel, thanks for coming. So I did call you last time. You remember?
No.
Yes, I did, because
I can bring my phone and I'll show you.
Yeah. All right. I did call you because you gave us 15-minute increments to call you in. You remember that?
Yes. I
remember it very clearly. So I did call you back and did speak to you. You also said that your floor was broken, your whole house was damaged from the road outside. I cannot advise you on what you need to do as far as that. As far as the road, we have a process. We have a budget hearings that go through a specific. We have a road rating system on which road gets fixed and when, as far as the road. But you were claiming that you have damages. If you have damages from the city, that's a process that doesn't come in front of the council. It has to go through legal. So, and I instructed you that before. I instructed you that before on that. So, as far as for the roads, can we have our director up here? And then Jackie, we'll make a note of the address. What's the address of your home so we can put to see where the road is at as far as scheduling?
The corner of Kenilworth and Colson.
Okay.
The intersection of Kenilworth and Colson.
Kenilworth and Colson. So, Director, I know you probably don't know off the top of head, but is that okay? So the council will refer this to your department to get us estimated on what the rating of the road is?
Sure.
So that we know where is it in replacement aspect. So we can do that for you. But when you came last time, you talked about damages. I specifically, and it's on the TV, so we can get you the date, where I asked you, you said that you actually said your floor was sloping down.
Correct.
So you remember that?
Because the corner of the house is.
I know, but you did say that, right?
Yes.
But I remember you said that.
Okay.
Okay, so my point is, those are two different issues. A road being repaired is our obligation. If our road caused some damages, you have to seek a different method. It's not through here. That's a separate process. You have to go through our legal department if you believe that, and then you have the burden to prove that, hey, this caused it. Like, for example, if our tree in the city easement fell onto your bike, right, then you'd have to file a claim. So those are different issues. But we will find out, and we will make sure that our city, our staff, can we make sure we get an email from it? Do you have email? Do you have an email? Is the email a good method?
No, I prefer to do this.
Well, I know, but I'm going to tell you right now, we're not going to be able to call you in your 15-minute increments because that's what you gave us before. We need another communication. So what we'll do is we'll have her get your address and we'll mail you a letter of exactly what we did and what's expected. Is that fair? I cannot call you when it's convenient exactly for you because that's what you gave us. You gave us 15-minute increments because I remember.
When I'm at work, I cannot be on the phone. The
I
only time I can be
understand.
on the phone is at 15. Now, if you can't find, over a period of weeks and months, you cannot find one time to call me during my break because you're too busy.
Sir.
I have to change my schedule to fit yours.
No, you can
'Cause
do
last
like
I heard
everyone
is,
else
as
does.
a
We have-
taxpayer,
Yeah.
I'm paying taxes that you guys
What time is
collected.
your 15-minute break, sir? What time is your 15 minutes? Is it the same every day?
10, 12, and 2:30.
Okay. Sir, what we're going to do, if you like to give her your information, we need a record of it. We're going to, because if I call you, you're going to say I didn't call you, which I did call you. So what we're going to do is we're going to mail you a specific letter. Is that fair?
Would you like to bet?
Sir, I'm not here to play games. You want to give us the information or not?
Neither am I.
Okay. If you want to resolve, I ask you to give her your information and the address, and we will send you a detail on what's happening and what's the rating of your road, if you'd like that. Most of the time, we send that communication via email, but we'll send it in a written form. Would you like that?
Communication in written form,
Yes.
like,
Like a letter, like this with words on it, and mailed to your house. That's going to, so you have something you could do like you have my
Please.
flyer.
please.
Okay. Jackie, can you get that from him? Thank you, sir. We'll get it for you, and we'll get the answer.
What do I do? Because I have more issues. Do I sit down and come back and get another 3 minutes? or do I have to
No,
come to another
unfortunately,
meeting?
you only allowed, again, sir, the issues, if you have more issues, you're only allowed to speak once. There's no card. Oh, I'm sorry. And it's
Per
a
city council meeting?
per city council meeting. That's our rules, and he doesn't have a card. What you can do, sir, though, is you can send emails. It's unlimited amount of emails you can send.
Works for me.
Okay? Thank you. Anyone else here to address the city council regarding city business? All right. So, I'm sorry, there is someone? Okay. Yes, sir.
Good evening, Council. My name is Rodolfo Rodriguez. I'm a Dearborn resident. I just kind of wanted to come up and talk to you a little bit about Strong Towns Dearborn. It's an organization that a friend and I had started last year to kind of like basically enable residents to talk more about city issues and see what we can do to make things better around in Dearborn. Strong Towns Dearborn is actually a chapter of Strong Towns, which is like a national organization that largely focuses on issues that usually don't get talked about, like about pedestrian safety, alternative modes of transportation, zoning and housing and land use issues that can come up depending on how rules are made. Our chapter last year did like a sidewalk cleanup on Michigan Ave to kind of make that part better. We've been doing like neighborhood walks to kind of get to know a little bit of the different issues that each of the neighborhoods might be having. And this year we're looking to grow the membership and get more involved a little bit with the city to kind of like bring up issues that might not be seen and see what we can do as residents to also help the city out where they might not have the resources to tackle stuff on. So I just wanted to bring that up. We do have an Instagram page where it's called Strong Towns Dearborn, where you can see what we're up to. And if we have things in that category or that area that we might find, I guess we'll be in contact. So thank you for your time.
Thank you. On this? Yeah. Councilman Hamud?
So one thing about Strong Towns Dearborn was you guys were doing a underpass cleanup that was planned at Nowlin and kind of wanted to redo it and things like that because it's a good biking trail to the downtown. And that actually led to the DPW department investigating, why all the concrete was all cracked and things like that. So they actually followed up with the railroads, and now it's on the schedule for a repair, thanks to kind of questions and motivation that you guys kind of already gave us and pointed out. So I think the general point is, sometimes even neighbors have to take things in their own hands to do things like sidewalk cleanups, but also where the city can help. And if you bring to our attention certain things that are broken, sometimes we can also do things to help the neighbors help themselves too. So I appreciated that, and even though it's not going to happen super expeditiously, but hopefully it'll get done in a way that'll beautify the neighborhood and encourage more pedestrian traffic through that underpass. So thank you guys for that.
Thank you, Councilman Hamud. All right, any other questions? Nope. All right, anyone else here to address the city council regarding city business? All right, so Mr. Clerk, we will close the public comment time, 7:37. Before we move to the consent agenda, are there any items that any member wish to remove from the consent agenda and discuss individually? All right. Then we would need number 5, right, Mr. Clerk?
That's correct. I need an offer and support.
I'll offer. I'll support.
All right. Offered by Councilman Enos, supported by Councilman Abraham. Mr. Clerk, can we have a roll call vote?
Councilmember O'Reilly?
Yes.
Councilmember Enos?
Yes.
Councilmember Paris?
Yes.
Councilmember Abraham?
Yes.
Councilmember Hamud?
Yes.
Councilmember El Sawafi?
Yes.
Council President Sereni?
Yes.
The resolution passes to approve the consent agenda.
All right, excellent. And then before we go to the next item, I just wanted to make sure we recognize and welcome our newest council member, Councilman O'Reilly. Thank you for joining with us, and can't wait to look forward to working with you.
Appreciate it and look forward to working with all of you as well.
Yeah. So thank you. Mr. Clerk, can we go to the next item, which would be?
Item number 20, resolution by council members Enos and Hamud approving the minutes of the previous special hearing of December 4th, 2025.
All right, are there any additions, deletions, or modifications to these minutes? Any objection to unanimous roll? Unanimous roll shall be attached. Next item.
Item 21, resolution by council members Paris and Enos approving the minutes of the previous special public hearing on December 9th, 2025.
All right, thank you again, Mr. Clerk. Any additions, deletions, or modifications to these minutes? Any objection to unanimous roll? Unanimous roll shall be attached. Next item.
Item 22, resolution by council members Abraham and Paris approving the minutes of the previous regular meeting of December 9th, 2025.
Okay, any additions, deletions, or modification to these minutes? All right, any objection to unanimous roll? Unanimous roll shall be attached. Next item.
Item 23, ordinance number 26-1863, introduced by Council President Sereni. Synopsis: an ordinance to amend the nuisance chapter, Chapter 13 of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Dearborn by amending Section 13-14 entitled Shopping Carts. Resolution by Council members Enos and El Sawafi to table the ordinance.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. The Economic Development Department has had ongoing issues with finding necessary space to impound shopping carts to our ordinance that was enacted a few years back. This is due to the number of carts being recovered throughout our city with extended period of time of impoundment under our current ordinance, which is 21 days, and the number of carts that go unrecovered by the owners. To remedy this issue, they're asking to amend the proposed ordinance to make making return or recovery of carts to the owners a priority over storage, reducing the impounding period from 21 days to 3, assessing a $100 per cart fine over costs associated with recovering and retrieving these carts, and assessing a $25 per day cart fee for impoundment, which shall be an additional to $100 per return cart fee as well. Removing language that uncap the total cost of fees related for recovery, storage, and notice to owners. The proposed amendments make return of the carts a priority without storage as being reserved. And on this item, before we open up to any questions or comments, this is a really, really good example, folks, of something that was derived by the council. Myself and purpose is seeing debris throughout our city, carts, business owners not putting them away properly. So what we did, we created an ordinance that would impound these, get them off our streets. And then I would like to thank the department, economic department, the mayor and the administration for now, after a year or two, saying, look, we need to change this to a different way because sometimes the penalty wasn't worth it. We were almost like returning them for the businesses and wasn't getting the overall result. And I appreciate that, because this is what happens when you create an ordinance and you hope it works as it does. As we found out that we needed to make some tweaks so that the business owners should be responsible for their product and not to have the city throughout. So hopefully you shouldn't see any leftover shopping carts in the easements and all over the city, and that's the goal, is to beautify our city. This is the first of 2 readings. Do we have any questions or comments? Mayor?
The mic back. Oh, thank you.
There you
Okay. You know, I was talking to Renault and his team about this ordinance. One, the vehicle being purchased does have a lift gate, to Councilman Hammoud's question. It does have a lift gate in the back, so just FYI. But they were saying, and I kind of agree with them, why are we impounding them at all as opposed to just picking them up and dropping them off immediately and ticketing? Yep. And so I actually want to recommend to council to modify either this reading or the second reading that we don't even hold it for the 3 days. That as soon as we pick it up, because it's already in the truck at that point, that we just go and drop it off, ticket the appropriate business. If the business is closed, you have a 1-day holdover, and you go the next day and drop it off. But that way, we also don't have anywhere to just start storing shopping carts, unless your office is open. So I just think we can eliminate the whole, we become a shopping cart impounding center and just return them immediately when we load them, because it also decreases the times we're going back and forth with the shopping carts inside the van.
Okay. No, I appreciate it, Mayor. I think we'll have to do that in the second reading because it was already offered, and then can we refer that, Jackie, to legal? And we'll have legal give us a draft on the
Find an
amendment.
attorney, yeah.
Yeah. There's a couple left in there. We'll have to amend the ordinance to bring it forward. We just have to make sure it works properly as far as the fee. The whole goal is for the business owner to be a responsible business owner. And they're their carts and they cost money. They're not to be left all over or used as, tables and chairs. So that was the issue. But we do appreciate that, and we'll make a note that we send this, Jackie, to legal per the mayor's request, and then we'll bring it for the second reading. We can adjust it then. Councilman Paris.
Thank you, Council President. The only question that I would have, Mayor, in what you're suggesting is the stores have the responsibility of going out and getting their carts to begin with, that if we happen to come by and pick up a cart and bring it right back, that maybe they didn't even have a chance to go ahead and gather their cart?
More than likely, we're going to be going out like every morning, and this is not like an end of day activity. And so for us, in the morning is typically what's left over from the day before. And so I think naturally it just kind of has its own sequence.
Okay. The only other comment that I would have to this ordinance, and I know it's been discussed briefly before, is there is not any ability to dissuade people from taking those carts off the properties. And I know it was discussed a little bit in the prior time that we did bring this ordinance forward, because just maybe educate me on this so I can understand more. If a person takes that cart away from the shopping area, that is the taking away of personal property of a person or entity with the intent to either temporarily or permanently deprive. That in of itself is a larceny. So there should be some component on my part, saying that we should have some discouragement for residents taking shopping carts off the area of shopping centers. And I just wanted to make that point, and if it could be explained otherwise why we can't do that, I would appreciate that.
We'll explain that.
Yeah, I'm just going to push back from my perspective. If somebody's taking a shopping cart to a bus stop and then just drops it off and leaves, I'm not out here to criminalize the removal of shopping carts off of parking lots. I'm not trying to create a misdemeanor backlog of shopping carts over at the 19th District Court. I think for me, it's just business owners, you can get tech that lock the wheels for the shopping cart not leaving your parcel. I think SMART has to do a lot of work with building respectable bus stops across the city, and they have their capital improvement plan as well. But for us, it's just becoming, we get a lot of calls about picking them up, and so we just want to hold the businesses accountable and
No, I
not really
agree.
go after from a criminal perspective.
Right. Also, on the criminal perspective, I know the chief is here, but I don't want to beat the dead horse. It's not even, first of all, it's a failure to return. They had permission to take it.
Correct.
There has to be proper notice and warning. There's a whole legal standard. So technically, if they take it off the shopping cart to where they're taking it, if they didn't have notice for duration or so on and so forth, it's not even a crime. It's a failure to return. It's a different aspect. So we don't want to get into that, as the mayor's indicating. Remember, we want them off the city streets. They need to stay on there. So, and we did also send every one of the businesses the ordinance so that they had it and knew that they were responsible, but they failed to put measures in. I think what we're going is we're making adjustments, and we might have to make more, but we're getting there to make sure the city gets clean. But we do appreciate it. I think if the shopping cart, if we're holding up and they're not paying $25, the cart costs $300 or $400. Now that these fines are this high, they're going to react. I mean, money does have an impact on them. So we'll see if we can get them to comply with this. We'll see.
Yeah. And if I could
Councilman?
also make note that I appreciate Mr. Twardy for bringing that quarterly report forward and for us to take a look at that information on our email just today, I believe, that it is a problem. We all understand that it is a problem, and thank you for the report.
Yep, absolutely. Yep, absolutely. Thank you. Any other questions on this? Comments? All right, Mr. Clerk, can we have the first reading?
This is the first reading of ordinance number 26-1863, an ordinance to amend the nuisances chapter 13 of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Dearborn by amending section 13-14 entitled Shopping Carts.
All right. Any other questions or comments on this? Any objection to unanimous roll? Okay, unanimous roll should be attached. Next item.
Item 24, ordinance number 26-1864, introduced by Council President Pro Tem El Sawafi, synopsis, an ordinance to amend the administrative chapter 2 of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Dearborn by adding Article 3, Division 5A, Section 2-455 to 2-460, entitled Dearborn Arts and Culture Commission. Resolution by Council Members Paris and Abraham to table the ordinance.
All right, thank you, Mr. Clerk. The proposed ordinance will establish the Dearborn Arts and Cultural Commission. This commission will recognize and advocate for and celebrate the arts and culture within the city limits. The commission will act as an advisory board and will not have regulatory authority. The commission will make recommendations regarding arts, cultural activities and within the city, and advise the city's administration and city council of the development of arts and culture within our city. This is the first of 2 readings. So I didn't know we didn't have one of these. This, as much as we are in with the arts, this is a great start to have an actual commission. Any questions or comments? Councilman Al-Swafi?
Yeah. Thank you, Council President. I just want to take a moment to thank our wonderful former Council President Pro Tem Leslie Herrick for her leadership and vision in forming and helping form the Dearborn Arts and Culture Commission. Her work ensured the arts and culture have a lasting voice in our city and are recognized as an essential part of who we are as a community. Through her continued advocacy and leadership in arts, she has helped make Dearborn more vibrant, inclusive, and connected. I'm grateful for her service and for the lasting impact she has made to our city.
Thank you. Any other comments or questions? All right. Mr. Clerk, can we have the first reading?
This is the first reading of ordinance number 26-1864, an ordinance to amend the administration chapter 2 of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Dearborn by adding Article 3, Division 5A, Section 2-455 to 2-460, entitled Dearborn Arts and Culture Commission.
All right. Any objection to unanimous roll? Unanimous roll shall be attached. You want to speak on it? Yeah, you got to raise up.
Thank you. You didn't ask about public comment, so thank you.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Good evening, esteemed 35th Dearborn City Council, Mayor, City Clerk. Leslie Herrick, proud Dearborn resident, former City Council President Pro Tem. Thank you so much for the council's support of this commission, this Arts and Culture Commission here in Dearborn. Adoption acknowledges the value of public art and Dearborn's commitment to including public input in developing a cohesive plan to provide opportunities for residents and visitors to enjoy a variety of art and participate in art experiences and cultural experiences in our city. We do have a long history of having arts installations and art classes that are supported by the city and by community partners. But this puts into place the opportunity for the city to plan with these other partners in the community for a long-term art projects and plans that benefit the general public. Art enhances the vibrancy of our city, making Dearborn a welcoming destination by drawing people to our business districts, neighborhoods, and city facilities. Wherever we are from, for people of all ages and backgrounds, nationalities, and interests, art promotes unity by offering opportunities for people to learn more about each other, and it strengthens our community as a whole. Importantly, data shows that art programs in cities boost economic growth by attracting visitors and businesses. Art improves the well-being of the community through increased social cohesion, civic engagement, and reduced crime, and enhances individual development by fostering creativity, critical thinking, and mental and physical health for people of all ages. The members of the new Arts and Culture Commission will have an important role in guiding and supporting the city administration in implementing a cohesive long-term cultural arts plan, a plan that provides social experiences, promotes physical and mental health, and contributes to the local economy. Thank you to Mayor Hammoud and the City Council for this meaningful recognition of the value of arts and culture in Dearborn.
Yep, thank you. All right, any other questions or comments? Okay, objection, unanimous roll. Unanimous roll is attached. Next item.
Item number 25, resolution by council members Paris and Enos authorizing a cooperative contract purchase from Pentura LLC through the Sourcewell Cooperative Program in the total amount of $3,399,230 for Hemlock and Ford Field inclusive playground renovation. Also authorizing the finance director to recognize and appropriate excess investment income from the General Capital Improvement Fund balance in the amount of $942,232, and to transfer available general funds due to the HIAP grant allocation in the total amount of $2,456,998 and requesting immediate effect.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Clerk. The Ford Field and Hemlock exclusive playgrounds were initially designed to ensure that children of all abilities can engage in meaningful play and support physical, cognitive, and sensory and social, emotional development. We have a picture there on the screen of it. Both playgrounds will reflect a shared commitment to exclusive design through accessibility routes, varied play challenges, sensory-rich features, and exclusive swing experience. The Parks and Recreation Department recommends an approval for Ford Field and Hemlock exclusive playgrounds through Pentura LLC at the cost of $3,399,230. The general fund will be made available. The funds will be available through HIAP grant allocation request of $2,456,998. The balance of $942,232 will come from the general capital fund appropriation as well. This project will take approximately 9 months to complete. Any questions or comments on this? The playgrounds that we've been doing, the new technology that are out there have been tremendously well received and look to have a tremendously even longer lifespan than we had on the previous ones that we did years ago. Anyone have any questions or comments on these?
Can I? Oh, go ahead, Gary.
All right, 1 second. Councilman Enos?
Yeah, just, is there a completion date on this, estimate on?
Do we have Mayor, you want to answer?
These are custom orders, and so we expect arrival sometime in like September-ish, early fall, with hopefully completion by like October. So, but I think between September and November is what you should expect.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. No, we appreciate it. We have used this company recently under your administration, and it's been tremendous. Everyone has been a knockout.
Correct. Pentura is the same company that constructed the ones over at Crowley, Ford Woods, and Lapeer.
Right. Plus, my understanding too, Mayor, from what I've seen, it's also the maintenance aspect. The level that we used to have wood chips, the ground was concrete. That's all changed. They're more of a spongy, tremendous difference. So we really bring it into the future. I think we've had nothing but great feedback from the residents. Councilman Paris?
Thank you, Council President. I just wanted to ask if maybe Recreation or the mayor might be able to explain too, as far as Ford Field Park, what is in store then for the existing playground on the main level off the parking lot, and where would this be located, and what may happen as a result to the upper level?
Yeah, for right now, the upper level is not being touched. This won't happen until the end of this year, but this playscape is going at the bottom off of Brady. So we'll actually be eliminating the playscape near the water that gets flooded out every single year and actually shut down because the wood chips get washed away. And we'll be building over where one of the baseball diamond fields are. So we'll actually be repairing one baseball diamond field and then replacing one baseball diamond field with the current playscape before you.
Okay, just wanted to make sure people could hear what was going on with that, so thank you.
Yeah.
All right, excellent. Any other questions or comments?
I think the only comments I'll make is if you caught
Mayor?
the Hemlock one, it's a farm orientation and it is a maize and blue tractor. So you do got a Fortson tractor over at the Hemlock Park. I did add those color details because, why not?
When are we going to get the Pioneers?
I'm not sure what school that is. But what I would tell you, though, is, we had a commitment of everybody within 10-minute drive of inclusive playscape.
Yep.
With these two strategically positioned now at Hemlock and Ford Field, we're cutting that now down closer to 5 minutes. So every family be within a 5-minute drive of an inclusive playscape across our city, which would set us apart.
Good. Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
All right, any objection to unanimous roll? Unanimous roll shall be attached. Next item.
Item 26, resolution by council members Enos and El Sawafi awarding a contract to Johnson Sign Company in the amount of $69,950 for the purchase of Mystic Creek signage. Also authorizing the finance director to recognize and appropriate general fund recreation operating budget in the amount of $23,750 from the Mystic Creek Golf Course Division as a transfer to the facility fund. Also to recognize and appropriate the transfer in Project 121526 Mystic Creek sign updates.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Okay, the Parks and Recreation Department would like to replace the T-box signs and other signs at Mystic Creek. The T-box signs, of course, were installed when the course opened in 1997. We have a picture of the proposed ones there. They are very faded and in some case damaged. Mr. Creek will also have a new logo that has been developed about a year ago that will be incorporated as well, as you can see there on the screen. The Parks and Recreation Department, in conjunction with purchasing, recommends that this signage be purchased through Johnson Sign Company as a continuation of professional services contract with the requested amount of $69,950. Also, be authorized to appropriate the funds by the finance director. The work will be completed in the spring of 2026. Any questions or comments on this? All right. Any objection to a unanimous roll? Okay, unanimous roll should be attached. Next item.
Item 27, resolution by council members Al Sawafi and Hammoud concurring in the appointment of Ale Yunus to the Board of Review with a term ending January 1, 2029, and requesting immediate effect.
All right, thank you, Mr. Clerk. Just a reminder to all of our commissioners, I'd like to thank them so much. Their commissions on the city of Dearborn are very, very important to the job of the administration, the council, and these are all volunteer positions, and we really do appreciate every one of them for coming out. Mayor, we also seen some people walking around with a big pin that said commission.
I saw that, yeah.
Is that something that's...
Yeah, I think we
Is that
got
specific?
them. Commissioners dinner, they got commission pennants. Well, they're not commissioners.
I need an extra one.
You're not commissioners.
I really like the pins. And I seen them on people, they were smiling ear to ear. Look, we really appreciate it. For people to come out and give their volunteer time to the city, it's very appreciative, and we do appreciate it, and that's the least we could do. I think that I want to make sure we thank them early on in our term for all that they do. So this is concurring appointment of Ali Yunus for the Board of Review. The term will end January 1st, 2029, is requesting immediate effect. The term will end, again, the 3-year term, January 1st, 2029. Any questions or comments? Okay, unanimous roll shall be attached. Next item.
Item 28, resolution by council members Serini and El Sawafi authorizing to place a proposed ballot question on the August 4th, 2026 election to renew the 2021 library millage of up to 1 mil for the term of 10 years with an effective date of June 30th, 2027, and requesting immediate effect.
All right, thank you, Mr. Clerk. Under MCL Michigan Law 397.201, the council has a sole authority to levy tax not to exceed 1 mil on a dollar annually on a taxable property in the city. The tax must be presented to voters as a ballot measure, and if it's passed, it is to be collected by the city, deposited in the library fund for the purpose of funding the library operations, if approved. The request for the council is to approve a proposed ballot question to renew a 2021 millage, which is scheduled to expire June 30th of 2027. If approved by the voters, the millage would become effective on June 30th of 2027 for a 10-year term that will generate approximately $4.2 million, nearly 60% of the library's operating budget. The Michigan Department of Attorney General has an independent obligation to review the ballot question under the Home Rule Law Act of Act 279 of 1909. Due to the time required for the review, the Attorney General is recommending that we submit the ballot language to the legislative body at least 90 days before the filing. In 2026, the next general election will be held on August 4th, 2026. The filing deadline will be August 4th and is May 12th, meaning that the approved language must be submitted by February 11th. So I know we have our library director here. If you'd like to come forward. And Director Kennedy, if you have a second too.
Good evening, Patty Podzakowski, Interim Library Director.
Interim Library. Thank you so much. We appreciate you being here. So I just want to make sure we put this on the record, and that's why I asked the Director of Finance here, if you could just look up what their annual budget is. So for this, I just want our residents to understand that the council has the authority to levy a certain amount of mill. And Mr. Kennedy, what is that? If you introduce yourself.
Good evening, Michael Kennedy, Chief Financial Officer.
Is that the total 1.54? Is that what we're looking at, mills?
Correct. You have the 1.0 that you're talking about is the voted millage, and 0.54 is the purview of the council to levy additional, up to one additional millage, 1 mil.
Absolutely. Okay. What is the total taxable of the 1.5? What does that equate in dollars currently today? Their budget.
As you stated, 1 mil is roughly $4.23 million, so half of that is 2.15 plus the 4.2, so 6.5-ish.
Okay, but their budget with the LSCA, it's closer to $9 million.
Yes, there's also LCSA that's involved with the millage.
Okay, so for our residents, not to confuse it, this council has ability to level a certain percentage, but what we're asking for is one dedicated millage for the library. And that's why I offered it. I want to make it abundantly clear. Okay, I do not believe that a city of our size or a strong city like we have in Dearborn should not have a library system. So I'm in full support of this and levying the millage. We asked for a 10-year time because we don't expect our libraries to go anywhere. They are innovating. We are Esper Library, where there's all kind of library stuff that are being done to change them into the libraries where I used to go. You drop something, they kick you out. That doesn't happen no more. You know, when I started here, I got an email with that. From the director indicating they had to kick some kids out for rowdiness. So I am very pleased of the direction. But I want our residents to know this is much needed. It is already levied at 1 mil right now. So this would be no new dollar amount to you. So we hope that we get a good campaign to support it and explain to them what we're doing at the library system, because although it's close to $9 million in total operations, we have a very good library system, and we have been continuing to operate it very well. So I can't wait to see what's to come, but I wanted to make sure that everybody is fully aware of how it works. This is the council saying that we agree to put it on the ballot and let the voters decide.
Okay.
So I want to make that very clear. That's the way it works. Either that or the library could go out and gather signatures. They have to be validated by the clerk, and then they go on. Obviously, the council, myself, I'm in full support, and I'm sure we're going to get support from the rest of my colleagues to continue our library systems and continue running it in the fabulous way that it has been.
Thank you.
So if you don't have a library card, you need to get one.
Yes.
Go to the library. And there's a lot of things going on in the library, but I wanted to make sure that we brought up our interim director and Director Kennedy just for the financial amount. This is for 1 mil, and we will see it on the ballot in August.
Yes.
Okay, in the primary election. So any questions from my colleagues regarding this? Mayor, do you have anything you want to add?
No, I thought you were saying we're going to collect signatures. And I was like, this is the signatures we need.
No,
to
we're
hear.
not collecting. I'm
Okay.
just giving an example of how you can get something on the ballot.
Got it.
Two ways. Council approves it, or you go through the ballot initiative. But no, we are full support, and we'll make sure we get it passed.
We really appreciate all the support. Thank you so much, and I appreciate the kind words. The library system is fabulous, if I do say so myself.
Yes.
And I'm just building upon things in the past and looking forward to the future.
Absolutely. All right. Any other questions or comments? All right, so look forward to see this on the August ballot, folks, and hopefully you'll see some literature coming out in support of our libraries. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Clerk, this is immediate effect being requested.
Yes.
All right. Any objection to unanimous roll? Okay, unanimous roll shall be attached. Next item.
Item 29, resolution by Council President Sereni, supported unanimously, recognizing the City Council seated on January 1, 2026 as the 35th City Council of Dearborn and requesting immediate effect.
All right, thank you, Mr. Clerk. This is something that I took great pride when I took over the presidents of the council last time. And I want to thank again our Historical Commission and Mr. Jack Tate for going through and showing me. I wanted to bring some elevation to the council. And we went through all the archives, a lot of archives if you have to go to the Historical Commission. There was times where there was 2-year terms, 4-year terms, so we counted them all up, found out that we were the 34th council last term. So we asked that that be put into the record and that the council be named from here on after. So this item before us is to recognize that this council seated is now the 35th Dearborn City Council for their official records and record keeping with immediate requests. So I thank again all my colleagues for the full support. Any questions or comments on this item? Okay, unanimous roll should be attached. Next item.
Item 30, resolution by Council Members Enos and Hamud, reappointing Council Member Robert Abraham to the Animal Care and Welfare Services for the City of Dearborn Committee with a term ending January 15th, 2027, and requesting immediate effect.
All right, thank you, Mr. Clerk. Again, as my role in the council president, I am reappointing Councilman Robert Abraham for the Animal Care and Welfare Services City of Dearborn Committee. This is for a 1-year term ending January 15, 2027, with immediate effect has been requested. Again, folks, this is a result of our record-breaking contract with the Dearborn Animal Shelter, or Friends of Animal Detroit facility. The largest contract that we know in the state of Michigan was approved by this council unanimously. So what we did do is we asked that we had a representative from the council sit there to see how we could better service, how we could find some synergies and get some better cost savings for our residents. Okay, so that's what we're appointing Councilman Abraham. Councilman Abraham, would you like to add anything?
Can I get my committee pin?
We got to get you, Jackie. We got to get a committee pin for the animals.
Do you guys
Okay.
mind if we do a last-minute trade and take Gary?
Councilman Abraham is
It all
shall
depends
be
what
appointed.
goes with it, it's not gonna be 1-for-1. Maybe a mayor player to be named later and a first round draft choice, maybe.
We do appreciate it. There is some good work that's being done by our animal shelter, and it's good to have an appointee from the council report back to us. Thank you. Any objection, unanimous roll? The unanimous roll should be attached. Next item.
Item 31, resolution by Council Members Hamud and Paris concurring in the appointment of Christopher Williams to the West Dearborn Downtown Development Authority with a term ending June 30th, 2027, and requesting immediate effect.
All right, thank you, Mr. Clerk. Again, we'd like to thank Christopher Williams for serving at this position as the West Downtown Dearborn Authority Commissioner. The term is for a 4-year term that shall end on June 30th, 2027. Again, these are all volunteer positions, and we do appreciate that.
And he's on behalf of Ford Motor Company.
Okay, on behalf of Ford Motor Company, thank you. Any questions or comments? Any objection, unanimous roll? Unanimous roll shall be attached. Next item.
Item 32, resolution by Council Members Enos and Paris authorizing to renew the citywide membership with the Michigan Municipal League in the amount of $20,007 for the period of December 1st, 2025 through November 30th, 2026, and requesting immediate effect.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. This request is to renew the long-time citywide membership with the Michigan Municipal League, or MML, for a period of December 1st, 2025 through November 30th, 2026. The cost of citywide membership is $20,007 in immediate effect is being requested. Folks, the MML, we reach out to them all the time. I know the administration does, the city does. They have a tremendous amount of resources to help us with legislation, other city issues, all the way up through to federal aspects. So we really appreciate the work that they do and the support they lend the city government. Any questions or comments? Councilwoman, I'm sorry, Mrs. Herrick. Step forward.
Thank you, Council President. I'd just like to thank the administration and previous council for supporting the Michigan Municipal League membership of City of Dearborn. I took advantage of numerous classes that they held for municipal government classes, and they're very valuable, especially if you're new to City Council. I realize some of our newer council members have more experience than other public might have had in hearing about how budgets work, budgets operate in the city, but especially with things like that. First of all, you hear firsthand experience from other city representatives and from MML trainers about how budgets work or how other city operations work, but also you make a great network of representatives from other cities where you, if you have a question, you can reach out to colleagues in other cities about how they do things, how they've dealt with issues. So very worthwhile investment of the city's resources to be able to be a member of the Michigan Municipal League, and I encourage my former colleagues to take advantage when those opportunities arise. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Any objection to unanimous roll? Unanimous roll shall be attached. Next item.
There are no other items on tonight's agenda. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Clerk. Before I open it up to my colleagues, as I indicated, I welcomed our new Councilman O'Reilly. So hopefully you'll get caught up with it. It's I don't think it's going to be too hard, just a little here and there, and you'll be right on your way.
Yeah, I've seen a few of these before.
Yeah, I know. Absolutely. A great experience. I mean, I can't, let you guys know, and I'm sure residents do understand. I mean, God rest our previous mayor, O'Reilly, Devin's father, and my mom started together in 1990 on this path. So it's coming full circle, and hopefully we'll have just a great working relationship. So I can't wait to see what things come forward.
Likewise.
All right. Now that we have our newly seated council, I guess I am pointing myself as the person that wishes the birthdays to appear on council. So, Councilman Abraham, we'd like to recognize your birthday was yesterday.
Yes, sir.
All right. So I owe you a cigar.
Yes, you do.
All right. We're not going to ask you how old, but we appreciate it. I hope you had a chance to enjoy the family here over the weekend.
Yeah, I did. It was a fun weekend.
Excellent. Always great when the family, I know that at the inauguration, those that were able to attend, I know that, Councilman, you had several of your family members come in from Chicago, Loyola, and so on, and I hope that you did enjoy that. And a great time. It's always great.
Thank you.
It's always great when the kids come back when they don't need anything to see.
That's right.
Excellent time. Wish you the best.
Thank you.
I also have to acknowledge Chief Murray, our fabulous fire chief. Congratulations, Chief, for being appointed as the State of Michigan's Emergency Medical Service Coordinator Committee. So we do appreciate that. The committee is responsible for educating on EMS statewide, advising legislation, and the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services as well. Chief, thank you again for serving on that role. We do appreciate it. I know you got a lot on your plate, but it's always good when we take in the lead instead of sitting back and let someone else do it. So we do appreciate that. I also wanted to recognize and make sure that we give our warmest regards to our law enforcement personnel. The National Law Enforcement Day was Friday, January 9th, so I know that was publicized, and we wanted to thank all of our law enforcement personnel. We know their work that they do is very hard and challenging, and we look forward to a great, safe new year, so we do appreciate that. And then I am remiss to say goodbyes to our Deputy Corporation Counsel, Mr. Brad Mendelson. Brad, I mean, not only are you a superb lawyer, but a great human being. And I think sometimes, not sometimes, all the times, that's more important. I really appreciate it. I know that you have a young daughter, and that we sad to see you go, but we do embrace when people improve their lives and have situations that the government just can't outpay the private sector on some things. If they could, we would have you here. But Brad, I can't thank you for all the work you've done. all the work behind the scenes that people don't see. It's not easy to just say, hey, let's just draft an ordinance for the Historical Commission and deal with the bureaucracy, and it took years, a couple of years. So I'll be honest with you, I can't thank you enough because I know I put a lot of challenge on you by saying just give it to me in a one-pager. I know it's almost impossible sometimes, but I have a rule. If I got to scroll down on an email, you should just call me. It's probably better. But Mr. Mendelson, I wish you the best for you and your family, and you're going to be sorely missed.
Thank you very much.
All right. Anything from my colleagues? Councilman Enos.
Yeah, I would like to acknowledge Councilman Robert the Dean Abraham on starting his 25th year on the city council, serving the city, the council, and the residents. We are very lucky to have him up here.
Absolutely. I think he's applause.
And I have one question, too.
Yeah, what do you got?
What are we going to name after him?
We got to name something. I was thinking about it, I'll be honest with you. I mean, my mom did the 24, so we're thinking about it. And I know I got one of your famous flyers, Bobby, with the paper bag for the leaves. But we're picking them up for the people.
Yeah.
So we'll have to figure something out, but hopefully this won't be the last term.
Yeah, let me get through this one first.
Yeah, yes. Absolutely, thank you.
How much you pay you for that, Gary?
All right, anything else from my colleagues?
Yes.
Councilman Paris.
Thank you, Council President. I just wanted to ask Recreation Director a question here, if you might come up just for a moment. I know that we've been tasked lately with a lot of wind damage, whether it's trees down or property damage and what have you. We've all experienced that recently. I had a resident just before the meeting, not too long ago before the meeting, that contacted me about Levigut Park, that one of the ball diamonds, and I went over there and looked at it myself. The Recreation Department banner that's on one of the ball fields is just absolutely shredded. But the resident told me that it's been a period of time that it's been in that condition, but now it's to the point that it's draping off and onto the ground, if we could possibly, attend to that. But it was also brought to my attention that I had seen before a number of months ago, we had a driver that ended up going down Kingsbury and went into the park and damaged the fence and the concrete stanchions that are there. I know it's been put together somewhat to be in a condition that we can see that it is a fence, but I was asking too if we have any idea when that may be attended to go ahead and repair that fence. It's been a few months.
Good evening, Sean Fletcher, Parks and Recreation Director. I will absolutely check in with the crew and see where we stand with both of those and get back to council follow-up.
Okay, I appreciate that very much. I know we have damage.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Did you put that through Monday?
I haven't had a chance. It was just before the meeting.
No problem whatsoever. What we'll do, Councilman Paris, is we'll log it on our request log, and then we'll get a response on that.
And just in regards to Levigut Park, since I went over there, and I've seen this before, but I don't know what it is. By the main ball diamond on the parking lot side off of Wilson and Silvery Lane, what is the concrete pad that's there between the track and the ball diamond? It's a large one. It looks like a picnic shelter or something that might be going up. It's got 4 corners to it, and it's been there for weeks anyways, and I'm just wondering what that might be. That's something new.
I'll have to check, honestly. I'm not 100% sure. I don't want to tell you one thing and have it be something else.
Because I know we have the new shelter there.
Right.
Right. Which is fine, but noticed, I mean, it's been there for at least a few months. But I was looking to see that, as time goes on, it could be constructed and it would be apparent. But I'm just curious as to what it might be.
Absolutely. Follow up on that as well.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Director. Anything else from my colleagues on council? Or anything, Mayor, yourself or the administration?
I think just following up on your remarks regarding Mr. Mendelson, I mean, it's been a privilege. I first came across Brad, not as a mayor, but obviously as a state rep when I first brought forward a fugitive dust ordinance back in the day. And I created the first round of headaches for Brad at the time. And so, but we got that one across the finish line, and honestly, it's been such a tremendous honor just to get to know you on a personal level. Hopefully you'll still come to our daddy-daughter dances. We got one coming up, but I only wish you the best of success, and know that we'll be leaning on you every step of the way. So congratulations.
Thank you. It's been an honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mendelson. Thank you, Mayor, for that. Mr. Clerk, anything from your department?
You know what, I can't let the night go without mentioning Brad also. I mean, being a new clerk here 8 years ago, and Brad and his staff were just tremendous to me. Election law is not easy, it's not pretty, but he dived right into it and really got me the answers that I needed always, without hesitation and with a smile on his face. He was always a gentleman to me throughout the 8 years. I appreciate the friendship, I appreciate the hard work, and our clerk's office is certainly going to miss you and miss everything that you've done to make our office better. And thank you.
All right, absolutely. All right, at this time, we are now in our second public comment portion. This is an unlimited time frame, and it's still a 3-minute time limitation for each individual. Does anyone here like to address the city council regarding city business? I know I don't have any cards. You already had once. You can only speak once per. I know there's only one. Our council rules only allow one. Mr. Mendelson, is that correct? Because we did verify that with Ms. Rome. Yeah, you could. There's only one comment. You can only speak one time unless it's against an item. So what you can do, ma'am. Yeah, what you can do is put an email, and you can send as many as you like, as those. We get a lot of them as well. All right. Do I have a motion to adjourn? You have something to say, sir? Yes, sir. Come forward.
So as you know,
Sir, we just need your name for the record.
All right. Hi, my name is Terry Taiwan Burrell. I have a politics degree. And the only thing basically that I am concerned about is, I panhandle on the corner on a daily basis. And I see so many people drive through. And some of them are, really evil. And so I think the corners should be protected more, as far as like public service with the officers and things like that, but not that much harassment.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
are you a Dearborn resident, sir?
I used to be a Dearborn resident, but,
Okay.
Now I'm a street resident. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you'd like you'd like us to put the police on the corner to protect you panhandling?
Well, no. I mean, like, in other words, there's like, drive by, but when I be up there panhandling, I have saw a couple of murderers ride by, that basically everyone is looking for. And they constantly, riding by, they was involved of like the kidnap of the University of Michigan Dearborn professors and some of the students and things like that. And they was taking them to a house over there on Plymouth. And I see them all the time, riding by me, in the neighborhood, each African American know one another. But, race doesn't have anything to do with it. I'm mixed with Irish, Indian, Black, Italian, and Japanese. But, yeah, that's what I really want y'all to, keep a head up on, because it's basically dangerous. Like, they starting to come in Dearborn, but they have to basically like be stopped some kind of type of way.
Well, we appreciate it. I just want you to note, though, sir, we are putting up signage regarding the panhandling because we prefer our residents not to give money to panhandlers. We want them to donate them to the charity so they can get assistance for people that need it, like yourself. But I am one that am not, and there's many other places you could go if you'd like to.
Yeah. Well, I'm born at Henry Ford Hospital. I got a mother from Kentucky and a dad from Georgia. One side of my relatives is kin to, the Elizabeth family, Elizabeth, Queen Elizabeth, and, my both side of family, white family. And, I grew up, on a farm. So, I'm born and raised here at Henry Ford, but, they put me on a tobacco farm, Most of them work in the Federal Reserve and things like that. So I actually don't care about anyone panhandling and make a little money. I feel though that, if they need it that bad, that it's okay. But what I don't like is when someone panhandling on a corner and a gentleman or a young lady just jump in front of them. By law, they call that, consider like harassment. It's supposed to be one person to a corner, and it's not legal. I used to, I done dated, Governor Whitmore, Jocelyn Benson, Dana Nessel. So, they was all my, young crew, back when we was growing up.
Okay.
And so, it's like, it's not, you really want to do something about it, but what I was thinking is, you got the fire station where they can sort of like come and register themselves to work on the corner, therefore it won't be that,
All right, thank
that
you.
inconvenient.
Thank you, I appreciate it. But I can tell you that, yeah, thank you, we appreciate it. We're not going to have anybody register on the corner, I can tell you that. Thank you. All right, any other person here to address the city council regarding city business? So you already had it, we only allow one person one time. The item has passed, sir, I apologize. You have to bring it up during the time, but you can send us an email. Yeah, I apologize. So the items that are before us, you want to address them at the time they are. But after the meeting, then it's for public comment for things that are not on the agenda. All right, anyone else here to address the council? Okay, we have a motion to adjourn. Motion to adjourn by Councilman Al Swafi. We are adjourned. Thank you.